A week ago, I got an email from Vice with which I have my private and business bank account. So I was like, all right, like what this is, because generally emails like you have received cash back is not common. My entire lifetime that I lived in Europe, I have never seen an email like this. So I was very surprised because this is for the first time when the banks start giving you money for keeping money in their bank accounts. Previously, you would always pay some money to the banks to keep your account running with them. So here in the email I got, you got 7.55 euros for the money you held in your balances last month, which was very interesting. I was like, okay, like I know this from India because when you're putting the money in your bank accounts, you're getting some kind of interest rates, but that was never the case in Germany. Now, things essentially started changing back in July when the European Central Bank had this post out, which was, we have raised interest rates. What does this mean for you? So essentially, for the first time in 11 years, the European Central Bank decided to increase the rates so that you are getting some kind of money to keep your money in the bank account. And also it is more expensive for businesses to take out cheap money to make investments and so on, so that the entire inflation spiral gets controlled. So what it does is it lowers inflation expectations for people. And you are essentially avoiding in the end any kind of wage price spiral. That is like companies are increasing their prices, and to keep up with those prices, companies have to then further also increase the salaries. When that happens, you know, like you're again able to pay more money for lesser goods, and it just keeps on going up. So this is a bit of a problematic thing. And when on the other hand, the same effect results in you are having essentially lower demand because people want to save money in their bank account and they don't want to go crazy and buy hundred sorts of different things. And the incentive there is that when you're saving your money in the bank account, you're getting a positive interest rate there. So that is essentially how it started. It started with my Wise account, like sending the email and stuff. And then afterwards, I also saw, for example, Trade Republic, another broker, which is giving 2% interest rate up to 50,000 euros of money that you're lying in cash at their account. So I was like, okay, like what has been the result of all of this? Because like I'm seeing the results of whatever the European Central Bank was doing back in July. So here in this chart, you see like the interest rates essentially started going up around like, January, you saw 4.9%, 5.1%. And from March onwards, it took them around like 4 months to decide that, okay, like now things are not going to get better without us like kind of changing things. The maximum inflation rate we had was 10.4%, but you see now like it has been coming down. So it was 10.4%. Now November it was 10%, in December it is 8.6%. with the trajectory that further economic interventions are going to reduce the inflation rate so that they're going to achieve their target of 2%. Like most of the banks have the target of 2%. The same is the story with the European Central Bank. Like many of you know, I have my depot with Scalable Capital, and this gives me the freedom to move around within Europe without any kind of restrictions. With Trade Republic, I was always essentially bound to Germany. If you don't have a permanent residency in Germany, you're not really able to open the account with Trade Republic, which kind of sucked. And for me with Scalable Capital, that was not a problem at all, because now we moved to Romania, and there we also are having the same depot with Scalable Capital, and we don't have any kind of issues whatsoever. So in the Wise email, I got the thing written that it was calculated at 0.65%, which is like not really a lot. And on their website now you see like 0.88%. Again, like it's not really a lot of money or an interest rate that you're getting. But with Scalable Capital now you're getting 2.3% of interest rate and up to a cash limit of 100,000 euros. Now, what is the story with the interest rate? Because you know that Trade Republic, Scalable Capital, other brokers, like you are essentially using them to invest money. Now, the interest rate that you're getting is the money which is lying in cash on your respective bank accounts. Because if you remember, every single broker still has an IBAN given to you in your name. That means it is still your bank account, and you're still protected by the 100,000 euros of insurance that you have. In German, it's called Einlagersicherung. So if you're having some kind of money in a particular bank account and the bank account goes bankrupt, the state is going to give you the money with other bank account wherever else you are having your accounts and so on, right? So that's a positive thing, because you are having the cash limit of like double of what others are essentially providing you. So 100,000 euros, you can up to 100,000 euros you can keep in cash in that bank account. And this is available with the Prime Plus broker. This is a new offering which they have started, which is for €4.99, and this gives you trading flat rate. So either if you're just making the orders of 0 to 250 euros, you pay 99 cents on that. You don't pay like 4 euros, 5 euros, which many other brokers charge. And if you're making an order of above 250 euros per trade, you're essentially paying no fee whatsoever there. You have unlimited savings plan. So like these automatic savings plan when you're doing in ETFs, in MSCI World, S&P 500 and so on, you're not paying anything on that. You have price alerts, you have portfolio groups, you have many other interesting things. And this is going to be in addition to the already running Prime Broker where you were having just like 2.99 euros and which was getting paid yearly, right? So I also did a quick calculation to see when does it make sense for you to move towards Prime Plus Broker. This is when you're having at least 2,608 euros and 69 cents that you can transfer in your own bank account at Scalable Capital. So then the interest that you get kind of nullify the cost of that, and any kind of money that you put above that 3,000 euros, 4,000, 5,000, whatever, you're getting kind of positive interest rate on that. And when are the interest rates getting distributed? So the interest accrued on your principal gets deposited to you every quarter. So even if you take out money anytime, they're going to calculate the amount of time that you had money in the bank account, and then they're going to give you the respective amount on the basis of that. So like I said, quarterly interest payments, you have the option of depositing the money and withdrawing the money anytime you want. Also, both the existing clients and new clients are eligible for this, which is very positive. And you have this available in Germany, Austria, Spain, Italy, France, and Netherlands. That means it's not really just a story of only, Germany or something. If you're from other countries, you can also afford that. And this starts from 1st February. So you still have time to transfer money, things like that. Because if you really think about it, if your own bank account is not really giving you any kind of positive interest rate, it kind of doesn't really make sense if you're leaving it there or if you're leaving at your own bank account at Scalable Capital, because you are still covered by the 100,000 euros of insurance that the German state, that the European Union essentially provides. I know it from my bank in Romania too, so you're still having the 100,000 euros of insurance there, but in Romania we have the interest rate, the inflation rate of 16.75%. So if you're getting a 7 point something percent interest rate, that's not really that helpful either. But again, this is not really meant to be as an investing thing that you're investing your money in the current account, but this is more like if you need some kind of liquid cash, which you could need any moment, you can rather put this money here so that you're still getting some kind of interest rate. Because I know at this moment, like Volksbank and Commerzbank and many other banks are not really kind of working towards this. And at least the neobanks which are providing you these things, you can take the benefit of them and you can use them. And again, you have to be a Prime Plus member in order to get all of these benefits. The Prime Broker get all of the benefits other than the interest rate. So I will be switching soon, and I will be transferring some money so that it's kind of lying there, because I'm still keeping some cash to see how things develop and we see how things progress. So far, things are looking somewhat positive. It's not bad, because bad would be if the inflation rate just keeps on going up and up and up. So if I show you the inflation rate for Germany in January, that's even lower than the one which is mentioned, which was 8.6% in December, and now it's only 7.9%. So it has been almost 3 months of inflation rate coming down constantly. So let's see how things develop further. If you do not yet have your free account with Scalable Capital, you can use my referral link below in order to open your account. With this, you help me support creating these videos without any kind of additional cost to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.